This is full squad.
Roll.
You. Oh. Gentle arm. Yeet.
Hey, yeah, go ahead and kick it on over there, Gearbox. Yeah, it's about that time. It is Monday, and welcome back to the House of G. Hope you're having a great start to your week there and everything. The world can be a crazy place sometime. But let's just kind of, let's forget all about that for a little while at least. Life goes on and whatnot. There's just some crazy stuff going on. I don't know if you've heard cargo ships off the coast of America, just all around the country. Just everywhere, just sitting there. All kinds of cargo to offload, and they can't do it because of whatever reason. There's multiple reasons. It's a problem. It's a pretty big problem actually. But well, there's that old saying. God, give me the what is it? Oh man. Yeah, oh my Lord, what's the exact words? I got the phrases in my head, and it's a difference between having a phrase in your head and actually verbalizing it. And in case you're wondering, that's just how the brain works. You actually have different centers in your brain that handle different things. One of them handles like your thought process. The other one handles your actual speech process, and they have to actually communicate with each other. And like those thoughts need to be converted into speech, the physical manifestation of speech. Your tongue, your mouth, blah, blah, blah. It's a thing. It's an actual, real biological, scientific thing. Let me tell you, it's actually really cool stuff. It's like, oh my gosh. Oh my Lord. Let's dedicate 10 years of my life to biology and medicine, and I'm not looking to go back. That part of my life is behind me, but it is nice to be able to tap into that knowledge and experience once in a while. So at least it wasn't all in vain, if you know what I mean. Well, Murgatroyd. What was it? Yeah, so just the world is just absolutely losing its mind in a way that I had really hoped wasn't possible, but here we are. So what are you gonna do? Well, you're gonna keep on keeping on. That's what you're gonna do. No matter how bad life gets, life continues. Life goes on, and you cannot allow the insanity of a small handful to control your life in such a manner. Hey there, Maria. Welcome back to the stream. God grant me the strength to change the things I can, courage to accept what I can't, the wisdom to know the difference. That is exactly what I was talking about right there. Those words are sitting in my head, and there's just something going on with the thought process in my brain and the actual speech part of my brain. And it's just I might just be half asleep at this point. I don't know. Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. I appreciate you taking the time to type that out. Yeah, something. It's kind of weird. I don't know about other people, but for me, like I process written word easier than I do verbal. So I'm sure I'm not the only one. I don't know how common it is, but for me, it's if I read it, I generally understand it, pick it up quicker than if somebody's just blah 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 blah. It's not to say I don't pick up anything from people's talking, but sometimes I wonder if I'm like mildly ADHD or something from the military. When I was a kid, when I was younger, I could focus like a laser beam. No, I didn't get distracted. Nothing ruffled my feathers. I was just boom. I was focused. And something happened. My early adulthood, something happened. Something changed. And that something was the military. 2 branches of the military. You would not believe the number of shots they gave me. Holy crap. I'm telling you, it messed me up. It messed my body up. We're not going to get into that. Not today. I almost fell down a rabbit hole there. Oh, my Lord. That was a close call. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? So I hope you're having a great Friday there. Let's kick it off here and see if we can help kick off your week with a little bit, something better than usual at least. And with all the craziness going on out there, you just gotta. It's just faith is more important than ever, and this isn't that kind of channel, but sometimes it does need to be addressed. I mean, the world is losing its mind. There are bright spots. There are bright spots. There are good signs. There are people around the world, literally around the world, rising up in protests and stuff like that against the stuff going on, and it is a good sign. To make no mistake, it's a good sign. It's a good sign because you got to understand something. 8-9 billion people on the planet. There are more of us than there are of them. You got to remember that. So, and they're rising up. They are rising up. So, you got to have hope. You got to keep that spark of hope alive, and hold on to the bright spots. Life keeps on living. You cannot allow the insanity of the world to keep you from living. And okay, I'm done. That's all. Yeah, I don't want to get like Alice in the Wonderland, falling down that rabbit hole. It just never ended. Yeah, let's see if I can like pull myself out of this one, and we'll jump into the next rabbit hole, the one that I actually intended to jump into, fall down for the stream here. So boom chakalaka. Yeah, we're just doing some pop culture archaeology, deep diving into specifically here the world of comic books. I've got a pretty sizable collection, somewhere between 700 and 1,000 issues, and it has been a very surprising and enlightening experience. Let me tell you, I'm a big gobsmacked at what we have discovered on the House of G here. Just looking back in hindsight with that 2020 vision, it can be a little even 2020 vision can be a little bit, imperfect, because you're looking at it from with that knowledge and experience. In this case, we're talking like 15-20 years of experience since the stuff came out, and so you still gotta be a little bit on the careful side, but you do generally have a better picture of it looking back. And we've definitely uncovered a whole bunch of stuff that I just back in the day. Yeah, like when you're into stuff like this and you're passionate about it and whatnot, you're just looking to escape. It's escapism, and there's nothing wrong with a little escapism, as long as it doesn't become your life. Everybody's got to escape from just all the craziness goes on out there in the world, some way, shape, or form. Hopefully, a healthier way than less healthy, but they slipped the stuff in. I mean, bit by bit, they crept it in. Some of it was not so subtle, and we are learning that the hard way. Jiminy cricket, man. And this first one is going to be, I'm hoping it's going to be the worst one of the bunch, because I don't know, we'll find out here, but it should be pretty. Oh, you know what? Yeah, it should be pretty obvious here. Let me get this rolling here. Boom. Yeah, so we're going to be talking about Shadow of the Bat, the Contagion story arc. I've already gone over a couple of them and whatnot. This might possibly be the last one that I have in my collection, at least. And there's something about it. It's just it's something about it is a little bit on the unsettling side. It's kind of difficult to pin it down exactly. I mean, I know what they're going for. They're trying to go for kind of a horror. They're going for a horror vibe, like just like this. The way they executed it, there's just something off about it. Something off about it. Let me show you here. So we got Shadow of the Bat, number 49. Now keep in mind, this is April of 1996. April of 1996. And 1996, so that's post Great Divergence. Right around 95-ish is when they completely took over. I mean, they whoever these people are, and they're the ones that are still in control today, and they are so firmly in control at this point that they have openly destroyed our pop culture, openly admitted that they've openly admitted this at this point. If you don't like my politics, don't buy my book. And guess what? Wish granted. Her book has failed miserably. Comic books are failing miserably. Why? Because people, real people, normal people, don't like this crap. They're not buying it. And she was actually concerned about, what did you expect, you dummy? And I'm being polite. I am being so polite right now. It's not even funny. The dummy is not the word I want to say. This is what these people do to me. I don't like being pissed off. This is what they do. This is what they do. It's not good. It's just it's an indicator it's not good. So, yeah, and it's just, like I said, I understand they were trying to go for, like, the horror aspect. Just the horror of a highly contagious disease. They didn't go about it the right way. They really didn't. Let me show you. Because if you look at the frame of the issue, that is a bat skeleton. It's supposed to be a bat. But if you're not, at first glance, the first time I saw it, I thought it was like a demon skeleton. And I'm really reasonably convinced at this point that that's intentional. And you always see skulls and stuff like that. Yeah, okay, I get it. They're trying to, like I said, they're trying to ramp up the horror. But guess what? This is Batman. This is not a horror title. This is Batman. And this is just like, plus it's just badly done on top of it. The art, it's not impressive. Especially the skulls. The skulls are just cartoony. Like, it's like something out of Mexico or something. You got snails and bugs and stuff, and it's just like, it's supposed to represent like decaying, death and decaying, but it's just so badly done. And it's just, yeah. I think the most unsettling part of it is the symbol. This is what their little symbol they used. So I'm pretty sure, I don't think they were all in Shadow of the Bat. I think it crossed titles, but they used this to keep track of which part of the story. So this is issue number 7 in the Contagion story arc. In this case, Shadow of the Bat, number 49. The symbol is there's something off about this symbol. First of all, it's a triangle. See 3 points. And there is something, like, I don't know if you can see it, but there is something underneath the 7. It's this big circle in the middle with a little circle on top of it. I have no idea if it means anything. Like, it's really difficult to tell on the camera, but it's right there. You get the big circle surrounds the 7, and there's this itty bitty little circle on top. It's almost like a pyramid. It's odd. It's odd. I'm all for artistic expression that falls in line with the story and everything like that. This is Batman, though. It's not, and that's just, there's something off about it. Triangle 3, and those symbols. It almost looks like a crescent moon. But after everything that's been going on over the last 15 years, I have to question it. I have to look deeper. And is that supposed to mean something? I'd actually like to know. And I know there are going to be people out there say, "Oh, it's just them being artsy." And what? Come on, camera. I don't know. The camera's doing weird things lately. It didn't used to do that. It used to refocus automatically. I don't know. It's like, what are you gonna do? I don't know. And I don't know. It's just at this point, I'm pretty much just questioning everything, because you cannot take any of this stuff for granted. As an artist, everything I do is, well, thought out, mostly intentional. And there might be some happy accidents, but in general, if it isn't, there's like an accidental result of my artistic expression, which is really weird talking about myself like that, because I never in my life thought I'd ever be an artiste. It's never something I thought that I would. But here we are. In terms of my artistic expression, if there's like I'm very critical of my work. I don't put stuff out. It's like I'm looking at it, and there's been some stuff like with the 3D graphics stuff that I've done. There was a very, very, very unexpected result, and I had to work really hard to fix it, because it looked really off. Like, it was an unexpected result. I still have no idea how it even happened. I had to work to fix it, because it looks really bad. Like, I'm not saying the quality of the work. The quality of the work was great. The overall result was fantastic. But there's this one little piece, and I'm not gonna. It was not good. Let me just put it that way. It was not good. So I had to work to fix it. And it's the point being, this stuff's not accidental. Even if there was like an accidental result, unless they're that lazy of an artist, and well, here's the thing. Even when they are lazy artists, where they don't want to take the work to draw high quality stuff, the actual imagery is still intentional. So that's intentional. Whatever that is supposed to be, which I don't know at this point, other than the story tracker, that is intentional. Question is, what was their intent? Where is that? The big question, two big questions. What was their intent? Where did they get the actual inspiration from? And at this point, I'm asking those questions. Back in the day, I didn't think twice about it. Today, get the 2020 goggles on, 2020 spectacles. I'm asking these questions because there's. I mean, if you don't know why, you're not paying attention. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive into this, because I'm just flapping my gums at this point. What the hell? Okay. Got somehow got a dust bunny in there. That's not terribly surprising. Stuff's been sitting around a while. This wasn't bagged and boarded, but it was not in a actual comic book box. Overall, not terrible condition. Not great. It's not near mint, but it's not terrible. Like little itty bitty little creases in the cover. I don't know if you can see that on the camera or not. Not really. No, not really. But yeah, itty bitty little like something sat on top of it and pressed down into it, indented into the cover a little bit. But overall, not terrible condition. And like I've said in the past, I'm very fortunate, very blessed to even have my collection at this point. If I didn't have my collection, I couldn't do this. Okay, so then we have this. Like, what the fuck? And like I said, this stuff's not intentional, or this stuff's not accidental. It is intentional. So you got this this Batman series, Contagion. But then guess what you got on the back here? This thing. He's wearing a freaking meat hat or something. I don't know what the hell that's supposed to be. American flag. But it's clearly not meant to be patriotic. Ministry Filth Pig. I have looked up this band. They're absolutely disgusting. They're a vile band. And they were signed on in 1995 with Warner Brothers. Like, what the hell is this? He's wearing a button that says, "Don't blame me." What? Don't blame me who? Don't blame me the United States? Because it's meant to be... It's clearly meant to be like a conservative patriot with raw meat on his head. And if you don't believe me, look these guys up. I mean, you don't have to. If you want, I would suggest taking my word for it. These guys, they're disgusting. These guys are weird. They're weird people. Twisted people. And it's not just for show or entertainment. Trust me on this. You don't engage in something like this unless there's something broken inside of you. And it's just weird. And the fact that it's on the back of a Batman DC comic book, mainstream, 1996, it's pretty telling if you ask me. It's not a good sign for the for the comic book, for the company. And janky, just janky to the max. Okay, let's go and get into this. So the backstory here for this story arc, there's some really super nasty virus that's somehow been released in Gotham City. It kills very quickly, I think in a matter of days. It's a very horrific disease and everything. I think it all but melts like the flesh from your palms or something. It's just really disgusting. It's... like, okay, the concept of there being like some disease, okay, I can deal with that. Like I said, it's the execution. There's a right way to do it and a wrong way to do it. In my humble opinion, they didn't do this the right way, from what I've seen so far. And okay, so I want to point out, yeah, the quality, the paper quality, the ink quality of the cover is actually pretty solid. Glossy, really nice, smooth, sharp. $1.95, April 96, $1.95. And then if you go inside, open up the pages, I think this is when it started. It's really weird because comic books, like the quality, the paper and ink quality of comic books, it went up, like it jumped up, and then it just immediately started to go back down. It was really weird. It's just weird. So at this point, it's still pretty high quality, but you can, with this one, it's definitely starting to come back down. Starting to, like, so this is the first page. The paper itself is actually glossy. That's the inside of the comic book. And comic book pages are not normally glossy. The more I think about it, the weirder it gets. And the ink is pretty high quality. The ink is actually pretty high quality. Okay, so that's actually an internal replication of the cover. There's just something off about it. Something off about it. And then we get to the first actual like page of the issue. It's still pretty high quality. The ink is not quite as glossy as it actually got. Like I said, it went up and then just immediately started coming back down at some point within a short time frame. So this is where it's still pretty high quality. It's not quite as glossy as it was at its peak, at its zenith. So you got, well, yeah, it's the Grim Reaper and whatnot. People are dying from this disease. Yeah, an absolute horror show and everything. There's no cure. We are all going. Yes, it's a very virulent disease. No known cure. Pretty much everybody dies. It's just everybody's worst nightmare. And with what's going on today with coronavirus, it's a very suspect storyline. I'm curious as to where exactly they got the inspiration for. Like I said, there's a right way to do it and a wrong way to do it. And there's all kinds of stuff about this that's just suspect. And I don't know. I don't know. Without getting straight answers, we can only speculate at this point. So, so yeah, everybody's just basically freaking out. Wait, what? Okay, so yeah, I'm not reading it word for word, so I kind of gotta figure out what's going on here sometimes. And yeah, so you got some very well off citizens of Gotham. They've holed up in their ivory tower, so to speak. And so far, pretty much every single one of them has just been a selfish piece of garbage. That's how they decided to write, the well-off citizens of Gotham at this point. And so yeah, they're dropping left and right. There's a couple of people right there. That guy looks like he's already dead from the disease. She's in the process of being obliterated by it. And look, oh hey, we have poison ivy, and apparently she has some sort of cure. Now her character is heavily plant-based. She has immense control and knowledge of plants and everything. So yeah, it's as far as the character goes, that's believable enough. Plus she's villainous. So even if she's scamming people, that would still fall in line with her character. And then this guy's all like trying to give her credit cards, and she's like, no plastic. She doesn't want plastic. She wants cash, jewels, whatever they got, actual hard currency and stuff like that, which makes sense from a criminal's point of view. Let's see here. Yeah, so she's supposedly got a cure. So she sprays this guy in the face, and apparently that's all it takes, or whatever, but she sprays him in the face, boom. He's like, I'm cured, I'm gonna live, I'm gonna survive this contagion, this plague. So yeah, there's just absolute chaos in the city. It's pretty much under martial law or something like that. So yeah, the criminals, they're taking advantage, robbing a jewelry store in the middle of a plague pandemic, like actually real plague pandemic. People like 100% mortality rate and whatnot, a very vicious disease that they've created for this comic book. Keep in mind, it's not real. I've never heard of a disease that is this virulent and deadly in real life. Not even like Ebola and stuff like that. Ebola's pretty nasty, don't get me wrong. It's not like this thing is like the worst, your worst nightmare come true. They went all out with the storyline. So yeah, Batman, Nightwing, Robin, they come in, save the day. And as expected. So she's wait, what the okay, Sam Goody advertisement. Okay, interesting. So getting back on track, she's doing her thing. I'm reasonably certain she's scamming them. So these guys, yeah, she sprays them with her quote-unquote antidote. As they're walking away, he coughs, and it looks like he's actually coughing blood. So yeah, it's kind of looking like she's probably scamming them at this point. Oh, and he calls it a vaccine. Wait a minute. Wait. Whoa. Let me back up here. Hold on. Whoa. Let me see how she words this. Now keep in mind, yeah, she's she's all about plants. Anybody who can kill a plant deserves dimes. She's just as bad as the vegans. Just as bad. Vegans don't want you to eat meat. She doesn't want you to eat plants. What are you supposed to eat? That's literally genocide of the human race right there. So when they get together, even though she's probably not a fan of vegans, but it kind of, I'm sure you get my drift there. She does. She calls it a vaccine. Oh, okay. So she's holding it up. She's like, "And my vaccine will immunize you from the plague." Now, I want to point something out here. I mean, I'm speaking as a certified biologist. So I do have some authority on this. People do not understand what a vaccine is or does. A lot of people don't. People think that vaccines are cures. They're not cures, folks. Now, setting aside the debate on whether or not vaccines actually function as advertised, we're setting that argument aside. Let's say for the sake of argument, they function as advertised. Which they don't. But like I said, we're setting that one aside. Let's say they do. The only thing a vaccine theoretically does, it exposes your immune system to the virus so that your body can build up antibodies in case you get infected again. In and of itself, it's a very flawed theory. And I understand that we're not going to go into. I understand the arguments. We're not going to go into them. We're not here for that big, deep science lesson. We're doing deep dive pop culture archaeology. But you need to understand something. Vaccines don't cure anything. It is not a cure for anything. Do you understand what I'm saying? Vaccines don't kill the disease. The theory of a vaccine is to prep your immune system. It doesn't kill the disease. It doesn't stop the spread of the disease. The pop culture, mainstream media, the average person that doesn't have a solid grasp of basic biological science, including infectious diseases and vaccines, they don't understand this. So this is the narrative that's been pushed for quite some time now, apparently. I know I've noticed it in recent years and whatnot, but they've been doing this for a long time. This is from 1996. This is the narrative that they've been pushing. And my vaccine will immunize you against the plague. Now, okay. Now she does use the word immunize. So it's a little more on track with how the vaccine is supposed to work. But let's see. Okay, so at this point they're using the proper terminology as far as yeah, they're saying that the vaccine will immunize people. But I mean, oh my lord, it's just such a. I'm struggling with this because I would have to go into like a science lesson here, and so I'm trying to avoid. I'm not going to do that. Oh my gosh, like like I said, immunization doesn't stop the disease. It doesn't cure the disease. It's not a cure. It doesn't stop you from contracting the disease. Now, this disease is so virulent, it has a 100% mortality rate. There's no surviving it. So even if vaccines function as advertised, which they don't, we're not going to get into that argument, but let's say they did, it's still not going to cure anybody from this disease. So she's scamming people. I mean, it's just a scam all around. And he's all like, the vaccine, maybe. It doesn't work. Okay, so. Oh my gosh. It's just, when you look at it parallel to what's happening in the world today with real world events, it's just, it's a little mind blowing. Like they at least seem to get the theory right about it being immunization, not a cure. It's just what? Oh, mother of Murgatroyd. Oh my lord! It's just okay. I'm just gonna keep going here because we'll see how it actually plays out. It's just holy crap! I'm getting like just all these. They're pushing COVID booster stuff like that. It's just holy crap! It's just the parallels are just like just kind of mind blowing at this point. So wait a minute. The city's dying. It's all the rich guys' fault. What? Wait a minute. Wait. Hold on. Wait, what? Wait. Hold on. Whoa. Hold on. I'm reading bits and pieces. I'm not trying to read it word for word, page to page. It's just getting bits and pieces, and some of the stuff I'm picking up on, it's just like, holy crap. It takes a second for my brain to process it, because at first glance, I'm like, are they saying what I think they're saying? So you get Commissioner Gordon and some cops and whatnot. They're facing off against a mob of Gotham citizens. They're poor, on the poorer side and everything. And yeah, he's trying to maintain order and whatnot. Normally I don't read it word for word, stuff like that, but there's something here I want to read off here. So you get the citizen, no, the city's dying, and it's all the rich guys' fault. So yes, they pit the poor against the rich. They're killing us. It's only fair. We should make them pay. And Gordon, I understand your anger. You have every right to it. But do you think murder will do any good? You're human beings, not fear-crazed beasts. Channel your anger. Report to your nearest hospital or precinct house. Ask them how you can help. Can I have mixed feelings about that? Hey there, Remy. Welcome to the stream. Oh, snap, it's Monday. Yes, it is. Have you, okay, so from what I understand, like if you're subscribed to the channel, I think you're supposed to get email notifications, maybe. There's that bell. So if you hit that bell on the channel page or whatnot, I think it's supposed to give you better notification when the stream starts. So yeah, if you're not getting the email notification or something already, yeah, go ahead and hit that bell, and I think that should give you a better chance of being notified when the stream starts and everything. So just FYI, I'm learning this stuff too. So it's like there's different layers of no email, just in my subscription. Copy that. Yeah, if you hit the bell, I think it's supposed to notify you, and at least that's what I've been hearing and whatnot. So yeah, if you want to give that a try, at least hit the bell on it. Let me know how that works on your end. I've never, other channels, they throw a video up and they talk about, yeah, ring that bell. I don't think I've ever actually done that for any of the channels I'm subscribed to, so I don't know how it works exactly. It's like, if you guys want to take a moment, hit that bell, and then let me know, next week, Monday, let me know what happens on your end as far as that goes. Remy, the cover looks volatile. It's an odd cover. Like I said, I mean, you know they're going for the horror aspect of this virus and everything, but it's just weird. There's something just off about it, weird about it. There's just something off about it. Hey, yeah. It's like, welcome back. No email, just my subscription. Dude, I'm lucky I even remember it's Monday. Lol, I hit the bells. Okay, cool. Yeah, let me know if that helps you. If it does, I'll start pushing that more as far as the notification goes. Somebody over on my main channel, they actually said something about it, they actually forgot about the channel because the notifications don't pop up in their feed or anything, or something like that. I don't know. Please, for love of Burgatroy, do not ever say smash that like button. I've already done that. Blast it, quantum torpedo it, whatever works. Smash, hate it, literally. when I first started the channel, I made a decision. I was like, I'm not going to be that guy constantly just like, hey, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, blah, blah. But I've learned the hard way. Now you actually have to do it because we don't get advertised. Like you get television, like the big entertainment companies, stuff like that, Hollywood, they have marketing budgets. I don't have a marketing budget. I don't get marketed. So I have to self-market, and it's been an experience like learning to get comfortable with that, but it is a necessity. So I know it's annoying, but if I don't do it, it's the channel doesn't, doesn't succeed as much as it could. So I know I know it gets annoying, but I kind of have to do it. And there are a lot of people that don't watch and they won't hit like, and it helps immensely. If you comment, if you like, if you share, if you subscribe, if you hit the notification, it helps the channel, not just directly, but also in the algorithms. The more interaction there is with the channel, with the videos, with the live stream, the more interaction there is, the more the channel gets pushed into the algorithms. It's just all part of the, I get that part, I know about it. It's the word smash. Okay, so Hulk smash that like button. Is that better? Hulk smash that like button. Hulk smash, boom. Like, I like it. I think it works. Of course, I'm a comic book king and everything, so I don't know about normies. Be sure to turn the key on that bell and unlock your notifications. I don't know. I'll think of something. Jimmy Cricket. There is no, as far as I know, there's no book on this. So people put out videos on like how to succeed at YouTube and whatnot. I will unsubscribe if you use that phrase. Smash that like button. Well, I just have to take that chance. Love it. Okay, so at least you like the other one then. Occasion though, because I like to change things up, if you know what I mean. It's like, okay, so let me get back on track here. So we got Gordon, who is you got the angry mob, poor people angry at the rich people. Go figure. That right there tells you the type of mindset these people have. They're pitting the poor against the rich. So you know what kind of person this. Let me go back because I think I forgot. Yeah. Okay. So the writer is Alan Grant. Alan Grant is supposed to be a very popular writer. Penciler is Vince Guarino. Maybe I've heard of him. I don't know. But he's not jumping out at me as far as familiarity goes. But yes, this is written by Alan Grant. Apparently, Alan Grant did a lot of Batman stuff or something. There's too many using the freak out of the phrase. Well, no, it's just popular. That's what. It's YouTube. YouTube is full of channels. A lot of people copy each other, and it's an accepted part of this type of entertainment. You can copy somebody else, but you have to put your own spin on it to make it your own. Smash that like button. It's laziness. It's creative laziness. Everybody's like, smash that like button. Everybody else is doing it, so I'm gonna do it. Smash that like, smash it. Right? It's like, yeah. So I'm trying to come up with different ways of doing stuff. So we'll see here. It depends on the day, right on, all ears, copy that, who doggy. Oh, Jimmy Craig. All right, we're already starting off with the bang here. It's good to have you guys in the live stream. It makes it that much better, let me tell you. Hope you're having a great start to your week. Happy Monday to you. All right. And it's the first Monday of October too. Yeah, all right. So yeah, okay. Let's keep it going. See, it's just okay. In and of itself, it's one thing, especially back in 1996. This is from 1996. So back in the day, it was just like, It was a mediocre, death virus story. But now in 2021, looking back on it with 2020 vision, it's taken a different dimension, let me tell you. Lazy, exactly. You're better than that. I'll give you slow monsters. I appreciate the support. I'm gonna do what I gotta do, you know? It's but no, yeah, no, now that you mention it, like especially this is my side channel, so I don't stress about it as much. But now that you mention it, there's probably some ways I can have fun with that, you know? So I'll think about it. 96 issue, death virus story, Contagion. It's almost like 100% mortality, a very horrific death. You die within days, if not shorter. And so back in 1996, it's like, it was like a mediocre death virus story. Welcome to 2021. Now we're looking at it through 2020 vision. It's a little, it's a little unsettling. Because it's like, what they're pushing with this, with the beer bug. This is the reality that they're acting like this is the reality of the beer bug. That's what they're acting like. This is what they want you to think. The beer bug is, super virulent, super deadly. This is the level of death and just fear that they're pushing, even though it's not real. It's a freaking cold. The beer bug is a cold virus. Nobody dies from a freaking cold virus. They might die from complications if they have other health problems. But it's not. This is the virus they wish the beer bug was. Right here. This is what they wish it was. I had zero intention of going down that rabbit hole, but here we are. This is them. They did this, not me. This is getting a little creepy, if I'm being honest. I don't. It's just creepy. So the peasants are angry against the elites, and the cops are all like, "You have every right to be angry, but you need to stop being violent. You need to stew and be angry in quiet, in peace, and just keep your mouth shut." That's what he's saying, pretty much. And then he's telling them, "Go to the hospital." He's telling them, "Go to the hospital." Now, the circumstances of the virus, yes, it's a fictional story. The circumstances of this virus, I don't know. I'm not even sure where the virus came from. Holy crap, I just realized that. I don't even know where the virus came from in this story. Did it come from a lab? Or did it come from... I might need to do some research on this storyline. I just realized there's some stuff I don't know about the storyline that might be kind of important. Wow. But if you take a look at this page in and of itself, the peasants are angry at the elites, and the cops are like, "Well, you have every right to be angry, but you need to shut your mouth and go to the hospital." Do I need to connect the dots for you? Or is it foreshadowing of what's to come? Okay, I think you're connecting the dots for yourself. So, yeah. It's a little... the certain aspects of this are just... They're very disturbing. When you compare them to modern day events. Shut your mouth. Go to the hospital. He's telling them to channel their anger by reporting to the nearest hospital. Please explain to me how going to the hospital is channeling your anger. It just doesn't make any sense. Wait a minute, what? Whoa, what? Huh? Okay, this is completely random. So yeah, he's all like, channel your anger and report to the hospital. And so it shows the crowd, they drop their weapons, and they very meekly walk off. But I just noticed this. This guy has a UK on the back of his jacket. I don't know what that's supposed to be a reference to. I have absolutely no idea. It's just so random. Why does he have UK on the back of his jacket? It's not like Gotham Knights, like the sports team or anything like that. University of Kansas? United Kingdom? Why does it say UK on the back of his jacket? It's just, number one, is so random, and number two, UK in real life, United Kingdom, Britain, England. What? I'm just not understanding that one. That's just weird. I can't give you answers because I don't have any. It's just, I'm just pointing stuff out here. That's just weird. Why does he have UK on the back of his jacket in Batman? Gotham. This is Gotham City. It's just so freaking random. Nobody else has anything else on their jackets. He's the only one with something printed on the back of his jacket. I don't know. It's just weird. Okay, I have to admit, this scene's actually on the funny side. It's a great example of modern day Sims, and because it means you're going along with the status quo. I'm not sure which. Yeah, I got ahead of you on the stream there, so I'm not sure which part you're referencing to, but yeah, you're probably right on that. It's yeah, so yeah, as expected, her vaccine is a fake. It doesn't work, as surprise. So these guys, they're mad. She hits one of them over the head with a painting, and then she's like, "Well, I'm immune. If I was immune, if I wasn't immune, do you think I'd come into this house?" And then she kisses him. "If I wasn't immune, do you think I would kiss?" And he's all like, "Ooh!" At one moment, like a moment before, he's just all angry and about ready to basically kill her, and now he's like, "Well, she kissed me." The pretty crazy lady kissed me. Now I'm as docile as a lamb. Gosh, are you kidding me? With it's actually on the funny side because it's such a simp cuck behavior, soy boy behavior. It's freaking hilarious. Holy crap, are you kidding me with this? Could it be in reference to the NI Accord? What is the NI Accord? Not familiar with the NI Accord. I don't even know what NI is. North Indian? I don't know. Yeah, for some reason there's like a 25-second delay, so they're going to the hospital. Oh, going to the hospital. Yeah. They yeah. As far as the comic book goes, they're saying you need to, okay, you have a right to be angry, but you need to shut your mouth and go to the hospital like you're told. Sound familiar? Does that sound familiar? Does it sound familiar? Okay, you can't work right now because of COVID. You can't walk around breathing fresh air because you have to wear a mask. It's okay if you're angry. You just need to shut your mouth and go to the hospital. You need to shut your mouth and take your jab. You need to shut your mouth and do as you're told. And look at Australia. These police. And I'm telling you, they're not police. They're hired security personnel. And some of these guys, they're bad guys. They're as bad as you get. Okay. Australia. No, I mean they're going after normal, law-abiding Australian citizens in a really bad way. because you need to shut up and do as you're told. Now, the NI Accord, I still don't know what that is, but you're probably on the right track there. On the right track. This is turning out to be a creepy freaking issue. In when you look at it in parallel with modern events. This is 15 years ago. 15 years ago. Okay, so what the fuck? Oh my god. So y'all know what OnlyFans is, right? I was freaking it's such an abomination of just everything there. It's just an abomination. OnlyFans. So this is like 15 years before OnlyFans. There was Batman. She's making out with all of these people, both men and women. She's making out with them in exchange for supposedly being immune, and she can supposedly pass on her immunity by making out with them. What is this? Like, I understand these people are desperate to like not die, but like, what is this? What? What? What the Oh my lord. If it wasn't for the whole deadly virus aspect, the whole beer bug aspect nowadays, it would just be more comical than anything else. But with looking at it in parallel, it's still hilarious, just for different reasons. North Ireland and UK Accord. UK government Monday said it stood ready to abandon a post-Brexit trading accord for North Ireland soon. What? Unless the UE agreed to wholesale changes, addressing the annual conference of the trade agreements between Ireland. Okay, so this is a recent development. I have not heard about it. Okay, I'm gonna have to look it up. Because this is the first I've heard about it. So, okay, I appreciate the heads up on that. But as far as the story being in reference to NI Accord, nah. I mean, it's no. This is from 1996. So this is from 1996, and 15 years ago, they drew that, the UK on the back of his jacket. They drew that 15 years ago. It's just weird. It's so freaking weird that all of the other jackets were blank, and the one jacket that had something on it, and it says UK, United Kingdom, and then look what's happening today. It's just weird, man. It's just I don't have an explanation for it. So Poison Ivy is pimping herself out in a real life OnlyFans situation. Most likely still scamming them, but these people are desperate and they're rich, and they're just apparently that makes them stupid. So I just can't with this. Like, they have taken here's what they've done. They've taken the lowest common denominator for every single aspect of Gotham society. But when I say lowest common denominator, I mean the worst aspects of that part of society. The worst aspects, the lowest common denominator, and just done like a blanket thing. Like, this is like, all these people are this dumb and stupid and pathetic and just losery and sheep, and it's like, what? Oh, Jiminy Cricket. Ongoing since the 90s. Well, we would have to know. I'd have to know, like, I don't know, if something went down in 1996 with the UK. That would take research, and I don't have time for it. So, unless somebody else wants to do it, but it's just weird. in and of itself is just weird. So I don't know. There's so much going on here. This is my side channel, my passion project, so I'm doing the best I can with it. Maybe someday I'll be able to do more behind the scenes and everything. Just for right now, yeah, the Rebel Squadron, my main channel, that's where all of my focus is on right now. And I've got I don't have a choice. I've got to focus 100% on this for the time being. And I'm going to listen to or you kill. What? Oh, I don't know. It just says UK, so it doesn't give. There's no dialogue or narration, nothing like that to explain it. It's just weird. It's just weird that they have UK on one of those jackets. It's just I don't know. Wow. Okay. So, wow. This is just, the imagery is just incredible, and not good incredible, just like gobsmacking level of incredible. So let's just get a load of this. Okay, so so this is actually taking place. Get my fat finger out of the way. The Babylon Tower Galleria. Babylon Tower Galleria. I'm not making this up because somebody else did. This is taking place in the Babylon Tower Galleria. That's not by accident. That is not by accident, folks. And in the Babylon Tower Galleria, we have Poison Ivy. She's literally saying kisses for life. Now, for those that are not well read in certain aspects of life, humanity, whatnot, let me just point this out. Let me explain this real quick. Why this is significant. So this is taking place in Babylon Tower Galleria, but Babylon Tower. You have a woman, redhead. She's giving kisses for life. She's prostituting herself in a form of it could be described as religious cult prostitution. Okay, so that Remy, so that is the next building to look out for, named. Yeah, you got to understand something about human. Many times in the past, human history, there have been temples to get their little G gods, and they would engage in temple prostitution. And this includes the Babylonian Empire and whatnot. Babylon Tower. So we have Poison Ivy pretty much engaging in temple prostitution in the Babylon Tower. Like, are you kidding me with this? Like, am I actually seeing this? What the hell, dude? I just, like, normally I would think something like, oh wow, what a coincidence, like maybe they just drew inspiration from it. Maybe, but when you look at the whole story overall, it just makes me question it even more. Someone researched Trump Tower names and addresses. Here he. Size derived from Assyrians, Egyptians. Yes and no. Parts of it are, not all of it. The influences are definitely still there, but not the entirety of it. It's just. Oh my god! It's obviously. This is obviously planned how they set this out. It's just, I don't know, man. It's. I just can't with this, man. I just can't with this. So, Robin, as it turns out, Robin's infected. Nightwing has crazy ass long hair, which is just, I don't understand that. That is a little disturbing for me. A crazy ass long ponytail, which doesn't make any damn sense to me. Being that he's a vigilante crime fighter, it doesn't make any damn sense. Plus, he's a man. Anyways. So, yeah, Robin is infected, and then Batman swings in. He's like trying to put a stop to her. Interesting. Hold on. Wait. Okay, so yeah, this is where, she's been scamming people all along. Let's see. So, Maria, that's a possibility. Remy watches all the old gods, and each one's made come back and idol worship. I spent a few dozen hours research. Does it count as research? No, it counts as research. But having worked in the medical field, in my own, and plus my own research, experience with my own personal research into stuff, it's possible to, you're not necessarily going to be completely wrong, but it's possible. You don't know everything. There could be information you're missing, stuff like that. So I'm not saying you're completely incorrect. It's just, it might not be the whole story. So, here we go. Yeah, so Batman, he gets his hands on Poison Ivy. She basically finally confesses that her vaccine doesn't do anything. Now here's, see me trick with this. So he's got her pinned down. He's straddling her, got her pinned down, and she supposedly needs him in the back. Yeah, I'm calling bullshit on this. I've been in fights, and I've been in that position in a fight, and it's not that easy to just looking at his positioning. There's no way she did that, especially being a woman, much weaker than he is. She does not have the physical muscular mass that he does. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I had to do things to get this, to shift this guy's position, and then I could flip him. But he was, in this position, I mean, it just wasn't happening. And she's not doing it. She's just straight up, boop. That's it. That's all. Come on. Whoever wrote this, they've never been in a fight before. Let's put it that way. So yeah, she lied to everybody. Boom, 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 boom. Oh no, yeah, it's idol worship is out there and everything. There's no argument about that. And people close up see it. Yeah, well, people are waking up, but we don't get the rest of the story today. No, yeah, it doesn't matter how much we learn. We're never going to learn everything. There's going to be so much out there we don't know. Yeah, it's not until the next life, or it's not until we get through this life that all will be revealed. All will be revealed in the end, but it's not going to be until after all of this is over. Let's see. Yeah, so that's okay. Not quite the end of it. It's just weird. This is such a weird story. Okay, that's pretty much the end of it. Hold on. What? Okay. So they capture Poison Ivy and whatnot. Commissioner Gordon happens upon the scene. Batman informs them that the quote-unquote vaccine was a fake, that they're all infected. So Commissioner Gordon is taking this moment to confess some things because he thinks they're all about to die. I hate this city, the crime and corruption and filth in the subway and the crowds, but I love it too. It's part of me, the way it's part of you. If Gotham dies, they may as well bury me here, me with her. There have been a lot of regrets in my life, Batman, but there's one thing I won't ever regret, that you and I fought in the same war. And I don't know. I guess that makes sense. So yeah, we go on to the final page and everything. You got the Huntress, and she's fighting a mob, whatever. Steps on the guy's face. There's this guy. Let me take a look at his dialogue. But there's a tower and a fire. Apparently, he's about to die. Okay, so he's literally in the process of dying. He's praying, "Dear God, please help me. I don't want to die." So in his final moments, he's praying. Hold on, what? Wait, what? Wait a minute, who's talking here? There's some narrative type dialogue. I'm trying to figure out who's talking. I'm not sure. Who's talking? So this guy is speaking out loud. "Dear God, please help me. I don't want to die." But then there's the narration box. I'm not sure. And somebody's talking, but I don't know who. I don't know if it's him. I don't think it's him. "I've never believed in God, Lester. You know that. Remember how I made fun of religion in dark hearts? But there's no one else to turn to now. And somehow I don't think God cares." Okay, I think he's talking to himself. Like he's speaking out loud, "Please God help me," but then he's having an internal dialogue. Or monologue, whatever. So that last panel, they're taking a jab. Somehow I don't think God cares. Like they're casting doubt on the whether or not God cares about humanity. And back in the day, just read it as just part of the story. Man in his dying moments, questioning everything as he passes from this life. Now looking back on it, maybe they had more sinister motive with that part of the story. I don't know. I don't have all of the issues of this because it was weird. I wasn't into it. Even back then, I just wasn't into it. I didn't analyze it like I am now. It was just weird. And now going back over it, I mean, there's a lot of weird stuff that jumps out, and I don't know exactly what to make of it, especially without having every single issue to get the full understanding of the entire story arc and everything. But what I do know, what we have gone over, and what we know about the comic book industry today, is janky. It's definitely janky. It's just, so this is supposed to be the tower, the Babylon Tower Galleria, and I mean it looks like Babylon Tower. So somebody drew inspiration from historical biblical materials, resources. That much is obvious. So once again, the Tower of Babylon is being brought to the ground. Interesting. But the question is, what exactly was their motivation with that? I don't know. Now, this is Alan Grant writing this. He's kind of been a little bit all over the place. Alan Grant is a pretty well-known name in comic books and whatnot. I don't know. I just don't know. I mean, there's definitely jankiness, absolutely jankiness. That's the problem with this stuff, is that it's like, this is how they've been able to get away with what they've been doing for the last 20 years or whatever. How they've been able to take over from the inside and just do what they're doing in comic books in the modern world. It's comic books. It's meant to be imaginative, creative, think outside the box, stuff like that. And it makes it easier to hide your true intentions. So you can slip stuff in there. and just be very sneaky about it. Be like, oh wait, and somebody questions, oh, it's just part of the story. It's harmless. It's part of the story. It's nothing. There's nothing janky there. And back in the day, that would have been the case, especially not knowing what I know now. And however, it was weird enough where I didn't keep up with the story. I really wasn't that interested in this storyline. There's just, yeah, there's a lot of it. There's just something off about it. And point being, they had the opportunity to slip stuff in. Now we're at a point where they don't have to hide it anymore. They're very open and blatant about it. Back in the day, they had to be sneaky about it. Now they've taken over. They're in full control. They don't even hide it. There's definitely signs here. There's definitely stuff in here that's just like, what is that supposed to mean? And we don't have a lot of definitive answers. We do have a whole lot of question marks. There's definitely some weird stuff in here. No doubt about that. That much we know for certain. Dude. The Shadow of the Bat. Yeah, this is from the Shadow of the Bat. And so far, all of the Shadow of the Bats that I've gone over in my collection so far, there's been a lot of weirdness in this title. It's almost as if Shadow of the Bat, this is a newer Batman title. It's almost as if they designed Shadow of the Bat to be weird, as an outlet for their weirdness, their subversive their subversive stories, their subversive mindset, their subversive lifestyles. It's almost like an outlet for it. This is the stuff they couldn't do in the main title, maybe. They took this as an opportunity to ramp up some of their weirdness. That's pretty much the conclusion I'm drawing from it. It's just, yeah. And we can speculate about the stuff and everything. And there's definitely some connections, some parallels and whatnot. But at the end, it's just, there's still too many question marks. But it's definitely off. Definitely off. Definitely janky. That's pretty much what I expected from this one. So, some less surprising surprises, It's like, well, okay. Didn't quite see that coming, but not completely surprised by it either. Just weird stuff, man. Weird stuff. We'll see if this gets any better. This is a Batman stream. It's all Batman. That's the only Shadow of the Bat, though. Let's see here. Oh, Mother Murgatroyd. Rest of Scripture talks about judgment for us, every life revealed. Yeah, it's not just Revelations. There's a lot of the Bible that people have no understanding of. And I was even, being a preacher. My dad was a preacher. My granddad was a preacher. They didn't teach me anything. Go figure. So I was well versed in parts of the Bible, sort of. There's a lot of it. I've gotten caught up on a lot of it. I've finally finished reading it cover to cover. Learned a lot of stuff. Learned an immense amount of stuff just from a single reading. So going through it again, I have no idea how much more I'm going to learn. I'm sure it's going to be plenty. There's people even people that are Christian and people of faith, a lot of them, even then, they don't have a firm grasp of the Bible. I didn't. And it's just the state of the church today. Let's see here. Back alley, bat funk issues. Oh, I'm so funny to myself. Hey, at least you crack yourself up. That's the important thing. Having a good old time here. So that is where it comes from. So I missed something. That is where. Yes, you were good at. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. So that is where it comes from. I got ahead of myself. I got ahead of the chat on that one, so I'm not sure. So which part you were referring to in that one? Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so we finally made it through the first issue there. Contagion, number 7. Very odd one. I don't like the Contagion storyline. I don't like it. There's a lot of parallels with what's going on today. Even without that, there's some janky stuff. is the reason why I didn't complete the story arc. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the next one, though. Oh, truth, preach. Copy that, doggy. Preacher. I will take that as a compliment. Thank you. Let's see here. Okay, so we're moving on to Batman Detective Comics. Detective Comics is, I think that's where Batman actually started. He didn't start in Batman, his own title. He started in Detective Comics and basically took it over. He was such a popular character. I mean, it became his title. So you got, which is also why we're looking at issue 703. It's a very long-running title. So you got Batman Detective Comics, The Final Night. This is part of the Green Lantern series. I actually went through. I have the Final Night compilation. I actually went through the whole thing. So this will be if anybody watched that particular live stream, so this should be familiar to you. If not, you'll get your first look at Final Night. And this was written by Dixon. Dixon's been a questionable name, so we'll see how this one goes exactly, because I don't remember this particular. I don't remember this specific story arc from the Final Night from the compilation. So we'll see which one this was. Dixon's. Not really a fan of that name at this point. Let's put it that way. Okay, so yes, this is from November of 1996. Post-Divergence. Pretty good condition. Almost near mint. High quality. Glossy. On the cover. Now it's November 96, so at this point, still high quality on the internal pages. Almost glossy. Almost, not quite. Almost. So the quality's still out there, but it's on a downward decline. Yeah, downward, decline. Nolan is the artist. Let's see. So, yeah, we're starting off here. Boom, boom, boom. Nothing janky so far, but like I said, pretty high quality. It's almost glossy. Almost. So, it's little details regarding quality, paper quality, ink quality, stuff like that. Looks like we got some thugs attacking a family in Gotham City, rough place. They go on the attack, and then in come Robin and Huntress to save the day. What the what? I'm gonna have to go back through my older comic books and everything. So that is something I really should do. I need to pull out some of my older issues, especially Batman and Spider-Man and stuff like that. To see if this is something they used to do back before these people really took over. Because I mean, it could be I'm just hypercritical of the details at this point, maybe, possibly. But I want to say this isn't quite normal. Yeah, I need to look back at some of the older issues. Let me point something out here. So we got the Huntress, right? She's coming down. Now you can't see. So her left leg is kind of flung out to the side, but then her right leg is straight down. It's pretty modest pose as far as that goes. But then you look at Robin, and he's doing this full-on spread eagle thing. His knees are bent at least, so there's that. But it's still a full-on crotch shot. They very easily could have drawn that where the thug was a little more to the left and covered up his crotch. That would have been more appropriate in terms of modesty and whatnot. I don't know. It's just I'm not liking it. This is this pose is a little bit convoluted, but there's nothing really grotesque about it, whatever. So he's doing this flying kick thing, twisting through the air. That's nothing really crazy weird about that. Not like the previous page, but Yeah, so they're doing their thing. We got some cereal. I think that's cereal. Captain Crunch. There we go. Boom. Nice Captain Crunch comic book ad and everything. Those are the good old days, let me tell you. Oh, Jiminy Cricket. The Return of Stick Stickly. What? I don't even remember who's Stick Stickly? What? What? Who's Stick Stickly? The Return of Stick Stickly. He's literally a popsicle stick. Something about Nickelodeon. I have never heard of this. If you know anything about this, let me know. I don't have a clue on that one. Something to do with kids. Of course, Toy Story 4, their big toy was a freaking plastic spoon, so I don't think Toy Story 4 is that old. This is from 96. So apparently, so Huntress, she's always clashed with Batman and his crew and everything. She's more on the extreme side as far as vigilante justice goes and whatnot. Not really sure what's going on with the story. They're attacking attacking thugs and whatnot. It's supposed to be about the final night, so I'm not really sure where they're going with this yet. Guy on the radio, he's complaining about something. We got the Batmobile. Now, Batmobile is actually not terrible looking. It's a bit of a throwback to the original back in the day. Batman's doing his thing. It's not really. It's so slow. There's no obvious connection to the final night aspect. This guy's just complaining about there aren't any good people out there left or something like that. I don't know. Oh, wait a minute. Well, yeah. So he's like Pollyanna. He's this guy. I think he's supposed to be kind of a. What's his name? Larry. Dang it, man. What's his name? Crap, I forgot his name. I haven't listened to him in a very long time. I don't know. Maybe looking at this, he might be on. He looks like the guy. He's one of those talk show guys. Well, radio or something like that. Larry King. I think it was Larry King. Kind of looks like him a little bit. And he's all like, Pollyanna's like, you make me sick. The world's going to hell on a toboggan. You want me to talk nice? He's definitely not pulling any punches, no doubt about that. I kind of get the feeling they drew some inspiration from Larry King, maybe. Yeah, at least as far as the visual look goes. Definitely kind of looks like him. Okay, so like this right here, like this right there. He's landing, he's crouched, but it's way more modest because all that shadowing in there to cover everything up, right? That's more acceptable. But then over here you get a nice little booty shot of Robin, which is like, why? I don't want a booty shot of Robin. If I want a booty shot, I want a booty shot of the Huntress. Why am I getting all this gratuitous Robin? Not to mention the fact that Robin is a minor. He's underage. So why am I getting all of this gratuitous crotch area of the underage sidekick? If you can explain that one to me, please. Thank you. You almost get a little bit of a booty shot of the Huntress, but it's blocked by Robin. Go figure. I don't know, man. I just don't know. Oh, Mother Murgatroyd. So there's a lot of. I'm not. Is them just doing random stuff around the city? What does this have to do with Final Night? I understand a slow build-up, but at this point there is no build-up. It's just random stuff happening. They're just fighting crime, random crime. There's some radio jockey complaining about stuff. Okay, that's weird. Okay, so Enigma, aka the Riddler, is in, I don't know, I think that's supposed to be Arkham, but it's a prison cell. And he's literally paid this guy to break his arm. I don't know why. Paid this guy to break his arm. Okay. That's pretty extreme. You would not like my explanation. This is more of a rhetorical question. I've got my own theories about it, and it would not surprise me if we were pretty much on the same track. I'm just leaving it. I'm leaving it up for you guys to discuss or whatever. Because I am trying to keep this from getting slapped with a age 18 restriction. It has happened in the past. And YouTube does have a tendency to protect pizza lovers, if you know what I mean. We're not talking about Papa John's or Domino's. So I don't know what's going on here. It's just a bunch of random stuff. The final night, I could have sworn that was supposed to be the Green Lantern thing. What? Hold on, What? What is this? I don't even know what this is supposed to be. Hold on, let me look up something. The final night, I could have no, maybe it was Darkest Night. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Because there's no like subplot to it. It's just Robin and the Huntress running around fighting crime, Batman fighting crime, Enigma having his arm broken for some reason. It's just a bunch of random crap that's not being tied together at all. The final night, what was the final night? Hold on. I agree, a mind reader. That's good to know. No, yeah, especially if you look at modern comic books, these people, they're just not even really, they're not even hiding it anymore. Final Night, DC. Is this something, what, maybe I'm remembering, maybe this is something else then. I could have sworn it was that was the Blackest Night. Hold on. What is the Final Night? It's a 1996 crossover storyline written by Carl Kessler with art by Stuart Umman. The main story about a sun-eater threatening Earth's sun. It's told in the mystery as a Final Night with the tie-ins to the major. So it was major. Okay, so it was in fact a major crossover event throughout the DC universe, which is what I thought. But it's not about Green Lantern specifically. That's the Blackest Night, not the final. Okay, I'm thinking Blackest Night. I'm not as familiar with the Final Night. But yeah, the whole thing was supposed to be about the Earth's sun being in danger. Uh-huh. However, this still doesn't tell me anything about that. Like, how is this? What? I just don't even know. I'm not reading this word for word, but the stuff going on, they're just fighting crime like they normally do. What does this have to do with the Final Night? I mean, that just seems like false advertising at this point. What? What? Seriously, like, I'm not seeing... The only... Okay. Maybe... Okay. Okay. It's not explicit about it. It's extremely subtle about it. At the very, and that without reading it word for word, I missed on it. 4 days without sunlight. The temperatures are dropping. The energy drain has knocked out power to millions of Gothamites. I don't even know if anyone's listening to me. Gotham is back in the Dark Age. So, okay, that's what's going on with this issue, at least. It's actually the fallout from the events of the final night, with the sun being threatened of, being extinguished. That's what the story's about. Okay, that makes more sense then. But at the same time, it's like, so it's just, let's see here, Maria, I was speaking to what morals people loosen up so to speak. Yeah. They're, like I said, they're very, what they've been doing, like, especially pre-Divergence, before they completely took over. They were subtle about it. They put little things in there, boom, 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 trying to get you used to it, trying to get you, the whole frog in a boiling pot meme that people like to talk about, which they've actually done scientific experiments on it. If you put a pot in a cold water and slowly turn up the heat, at some point it will in fact jump out of the pot. It won't actually sit there until it's boiled alive. It will actually jump out of the pot. So that little euphemism that people like to use is actually inaccurate. It does not reflect reality. But they still try. They still try to turn up the heat slowly. But it does come a point when you realize that you're in danger of boiling alive. You do realize it. When I'm sitting in a hot tub you turn it on, you jump in, the water starts to get hot. Now it does get hot faster, but then the water hits a certain temperature. You might think, I kind of want it a little bit hotter. So you turn up the temperature a bit more. And you're sitting there and it's like, wait, but this is a little too hot. I'm going to go ahead and turn it back down because it's like I'm starting to roast here, starting to boil. So it's not a very accurate euphemism, but that doesn't stop them from trying. And yeah, so so at least now the story makes sense. It's the effect that the final night is having on Gotham City, on the average citizen and whatnot. It makes more sense. It's a little bit on the dry side. It's see what they're trying to do. They're trying to get all philosophical with it. It's Batman. Come on, what are you talking about? They're trying to get philosophical with it. The state of humanity, and while they're beating people up, it doesn't mesh for me. It just doesn't mesh for me. Not a whole lot of jankiness. There's some with a couple panels with the Robin. Not feeling it. Odd, definitely odd. And then not entirely appropriate considering his age to begin with. But by and large, it's more just boring than anything else. At the very end, this is the final page. It's not even worth going over. Like, that's how boring it is. It's just not even worth going over. There's just fighting random thugs and stuff like that. This is literally a filler issue. They didn't know what to do with it. They're like, we need to have a crossover, but we don't know what to do with this. So we're just going to do this boring ass story and throw in a little weirdness to boot. And so the Huntress is, the Batman's not a fan of her methods, and she's like way violent, like I think she kills people. Like she crosses the line that Batman won't, because it crosses. Vigilantism is in general illegal anyways, because you're not supposed to be judge, jury, and executioner. Batman skirts that line, but that's why he has his code. So where he's just trying to stop crime. He's not judging them. He's not executing them. He stops them and he leaves them for the cops to arrest them and put them into the system, let the system do its job. That is Batman's modus operandi. Huntress goes way beyond that. That's why there's a issue between him and her. Now the Robin has been hanging out with her and stuff, fighting crime with her. He holds to Batman's code, but he still works with her, even though she doesn't. Let's see. So at the very end, she's like, so why do you hang out with me? Robin responds, I'm not sure. Maybe it's got something to do with faith. These people are very confused. Faith. What it's so they're talking about faith, but then they got this. They got weird stuff in these issues. And it's just bait and switch, sheep's clothing, stuff like that. They used to be now 96. There are other titles. Now this is Batman, so Batman's a bigger. Now they did stuff in Wolverine, which is shocking because Wolverine's a big title, but apparently Batman's even bigger, where people might have noticed it more, I guess. So maybe it took them longer to completely infiltrate, or completely subvert the Batman titles. This one's less on the janky side, and more just boring. It's honestly not what I was expecting. I was expecting more jankiness and weirdness. I mean, I just never know what to expect. It's a constant surprise with these people. Remy, the artwork is slick and somewhat porno-like, in my opinion. Certain scenes, yes. Certain like with Robin coming down. Now, Grant, at least his knees were bent, so there was that. But yeah, it was a full crotch shot of a underage boy. Like, who thought that was a good idea? By and large, it was fine. Like, there was not nearly as much jankiness in this one. Overall, it was just boring. But there were a couple of images of the Robin there that were weird. And yeah, like soft porn style of artwork, let's put it that way. November 96, 703 of Batman Detective Comics, the final night. It's a surprisingly boring issue overall. Bit of jankiness, not nearly as much as I was actually expecting, but it was there. And written by Dixon. Dixon's name is attached to some weird stuff, let me tell you. We've gone over it in past live streams. Okay, so let's move on. Cause, chick's bosom looks enhanced. Hey, don't be getting into the female form there. No, don't be going down that road. No, the whole point of comic books. Now these characters, they're supposed to be at the peak of human athleticism. That is just a fact of comic books. Don't be going down that road. And yeah, it's because it's human anatomy. I don't have a problem with athletic female characters. Don't be going down that road. Don't be going down that road. You need to understand something. The audience for this stuff is primarily men, primarily male. So if you got a problem with it, I don't care. I don't care. And that's part of the problem with modern day comic books. They've taken it and they've completely twisted it for a completely different audience that doesn't even care about comic books. And the ones that do, a lot of them are just very twisted people to begin with. So that argument, that one doesn't fly with me. Satan is the author of confusion. Yes, he is. That was just one image I looked at for 30 seconds. Yeah, you're complaining about the female character. I don't have any complaints about the female character. So I'm not going to apologize for that. It's what they did to Robin. That's what I take issue with. Okay, so let's move on here. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, so we're going to be looking at Legends of the Dark Knight. This is from November of 1995, 1 year before that. This is right smack in the middle of the Great Divergence. These people completely took over. They had their foot in the door. They were doing stuff before then. But at this point, they completely took over at that point. That's what I'm talking about. You're going way too deep into the argument, and I'm not going there. So, because it's I do not agree with your assessment on that. So here we go. That's exactly what I'm talking about. The stuff was written. The audience for the stuff is primarily men. At least it used to be. And yeah, I'm not going to apologize for being a man and liking what a man likes. So let's see here. Yeah, real women need a defender, not fictional women. That's the point you're not getting. And that's how we ended up, that argument right there is how we ended up here to begin with. And I'm tired of it. I am so freaking tired of it. You have no idea. You don't want to open that door. Real women. Okay, I'm done talking about it. Let's see here. Okay, so we got the Legends of the Dark Knight. November 1995. This was actually in pretty good condition. Told you I'm done talking about it, Remy. You are way off base, and yeah, we're not having that conversation on the live stream. Okay, writer, artist, Scott Hampton. I don't know that name. Letterer, color, separator. Oh, he's the writer and the artist. Okay. I have no idea who Scott Hampton is. So, you might get an idea here. November 1995. She's my twin soul, my dark side. What? Okay, so this is actually The Sleeping, part 2 of 3. So this is a 3-part story arc. Yeah, I'm not... It's... like, I remember the cover and everything. I remember the issue. But I don't remember exactly what it's about. It's... Yeah, we're going to try and find out here. Yeah. Wait a minute. Who's talking here? I can't tell who's talking. I don't know if it's... Huh? I mean, it looks like Batman's talking, but it's kind of hard to tell. The chat bubble is pointing at him. Then we got this other guy. So, yeah, I mean, it looks like, I guess it would be Batman. She's my twin soul, my dark side, the one, the guardian, or whatever he was. Described when I first awoke. Okay, so... Oh, okay. This might be some... Okay, The Sleeping. So maybe he's in like some sort of sleep dimension. I don't know. Without the first issue of this, we're definitely missing some stuff. So I thought, I'm going to wonder, perhaps I'm her dark side. It's not easy picturing this girl as a force for evil. Oh, I don't know. She's a babe. Most babes are evil. Anyway, how can you be sure? No, you are off base. Women wanted equality. They got equality. I'm going to leave it at that. So until y'all give up equality, you got no argument. Like I said, you're trying to open up a conversation you don't want to have. Trust me on that. And I'm not going to have it here in the stream. You can accept that and respect that, or you can beat feet. Okay, so there's some sort of okay. November 1995. Okay, so I don't know. They ran into some sort of gargoyle-looking creature. Let's see, he calls it a gargoyle. Clearly, you know, demonic-looking, whatever. Not really sure what's going on yet. I mean, yeah. So they definitely took some weird directions with Batman. No doubt about that. And let's see here. We were in no shape to wrestle with any eater of souls. So there's something... like, yeah, I don't know what's going on here yet. Kind of getting like almost like a Grendel vibe or something, but... What? Okay, this is weird. I mean, yeah, I'm not surprised it's weird. So, I don't know. He's with this woman, and they got, I don't know, dragged in this thing or something like that. And let's see here. I don't know. She panics, takes off running. He says something about her hesitating. I don't know what he means. The artwork's not very conducive to the dialogue, but she catches on fire. She falls into like a lake of fire or something. This is really weird. Really weird. It's already started. It's a 3-part issue. I missed the first one, so I got no idea what happened in the first one. I'm sure it explains quite a bit. What the hell? Okay, that's weird. What the what? Okay, I remember the Bloodhound Gang, but I always just listened to them on the radio and whatever. I don't remember. I never had any of their albums. It's an advertisement for them. It's just kind of weird. So this is the Bloodhound Gang. Bite Me. I'm assuming that's the name of their album. It's their debut. Use Your Fingers? What? Okay, I think I remember one of their songs and everything. It was like something about the Discovery Channel. Use Your Fingers. I don't even, it's just randomly thrown in there. Use Your Fingers for what? The only features, you're pretty when I'm drunk. She ain't got no legs. Mama says. Bloodhound Gang. Their bark is worse than their bite. Yeah, if you say so. Dude's like freaking out. And then this guy, I don't know what he's doing. He's got all kinds of metal in his face. It's just weird. How's it in a comic book? From Columbia Records. Comic books took a weird turn, man. See, comic book ads used to be fun. They used to be fun, lighthearted, playful. There's some weird stuff. They started advertising some weird stuff mid to early 90s. And I don't know, man. It's just weird. On top of the fact that we got some weird, it's already starting off weird as far as the story goes. Some weird gargoyle demon looking thing. So apparently this other guy's been down in this place for like a year or something. Yeah, I missed that first issue. It probably tells you how he got here and everything. But I don't know. So the girl wakes up. She's freaking out. Yeah, so Batman's talking to this guy. He's giving him information about his experience. The girl wakes up. She's kind of freaking out a little bit. And there's a... Dear Lord, I mean, there's a freaking crap ton of dialogue. I mean, there's a crap ton of dialogue. They're literally just standing around jibber jabbering. They're not moving. They're not walking. They're not doing anything. They're just talking. Like, okay. I don't want to sit here and read every single word of it. She recognized him as the Batman. She's... What? Okay, so Jeff had a car crash and ended up in this place or something. I don't know about Batman. Her sister was trying to show her something and she went over backwards. That's all she remembered. I don't know what. Apparently they had like really bad accidents or something and ended up in this place. I'm thinking coma. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm thinking comas. Maybe they're all in a bunch of comas and their consciousnesses are somehow converging in this place. I don't know. There's not nearly enough information. That's pure speculation at this point. What? There's just some weird ads in here. I'm not even going to show that one. I don't even know. What the what? There was a lot of music back in the day. I listened to it on the radio. I never bought the albums or anything like that. So I'm getting some exposure to some of these album covers that were just like, what was going on? I don't even know. I'm not going to get sidetracked here, but it's weird stuff, man. Like, I remember comic books when I was a kid. It wasn't like this. Not at all. Like I said, it was innocent, playful, joke, just fun. This stuff is just like, what is it doing in a comic book? I have no idea. Like this one's like, okay, it's science fiction based. Space above and beyond. Nothing janky. Not, looking at it, normal. That would be what I would consider a normal comic book ad. Some of the stuff though is just like, why? Who proved it? It's just weird, man. So I don't know. My best guess at this point is they're all in a bunch of comas, and I don't know. They're swimming through this lake or something. She found something. What the what? This is really, it's disjointed, and what? Apparently she found a tunnel or something. I don't know. She found like a tunnel or something. Boom, he goes down to investigate, and he comes across a whole bunch of bodies that are literally torn apart. So that's, disturbing. Comes back. That's the signal. Come on, Henry. After. Oh, no, he doesn't come back. He swims through. Okay. He finds a pocket of air or something like that. He gave her a batarang with a line on it. He tugged on it to let them know that they can make it all the way through. So they do. They follow after him. And, swim through the body parts. He's saying some of them were drowning victims, but other body parts, they're fresh, not the result of decomposing. There's something here. So this is, I'm trying to figure out, when did they turn Batman into a horror title? Like between this and Shadow of the Bat, there's a lot of horror going on. Like, why? And that's not the type of. Some of these things are fairly graphic as far as the bodies go. I don't remember Batman being like this. This is not what I remember of Batman. I still need to go through my older stuff and take a look at it, see what's going on there. Yeah, so it's just, I don't know. They're making their way through this nondescript cave. I don't know. So Batman, he's swimming through another watery filled tunnel or something like that, and some weird snake creature comes out of the water, attacks him, or looks like it's about to attack him or something. Boom. Okay, so it's on like Donkey Kong. What the what? Wow. Okay. They just took a really weird turn. This is not Batman. This is just not Batman. There's a right way and a wrong way to do horror and suspense. This is not the right way, especially when Batman is not a horror title. I get this is not the main Batman title. This is Legends of the Dark Knight. But this is an example of the type of stories they told. It would explain why I wasn't too into this title. So let's see what we got here. Yeah, so he's fighting this thing, whatever. It's trying to eat him. So he grabs this dead body that's floating there and literally shoves it down the throat of this creature. I mean, it's just, what is that? I mean, it's just, that's grotesque. I mean, it's not the type of thing that Batman's about. Batman's not about horror. Not like explicit and blatant. This is literally like a horror title. No, this is not Legends of the... This is something else. What? Okay, yeah, so this is definitely like some sort of demon-filled place. Yeah, literal demons. And they're literally tearing each other apart. We go back to the human beings, including Batman. This is not what I was expecting. It's really not. I'm just I'm a little shocked by this right now. This is just weird. I'm trying to like kind of skim through a little bit at least. We have to cross the river of forgetfulness. This is it's not really. What? I don't know. It's just not making any sense. They're about to cross the river of forgetfulness. The dialogue's not really making any sense. What? Okay, I don't know. So all of a sudden they're crossing the river of forgetfulness. He's having some sort of vision or something. I don't know. Mother, father, and son sitting down for dinner or something. I don't know if it's supposed to be his parents and him as a child. Actually, I think that is supposed to be. I think it is supposed to be him and his parents. And he's all of a sudden he takes the place of the boy, and they're telling him how proud they are of him. And then there's the waiter, a rather grotesque looking zombie for a waiter. I don't. Yeah, Batman is not a horror title. He's not a horror character. It's not even one thing. It's just littered throughout the entirety of this issue. What? he's having some. It's like a Scrooge moment or something like that. He's witnessing events that it just never took place or something. I don't know. Let's marry his wife all of a sudden, even though he's never been married. And it's Carl. Mother Murgatroyd. Okay, so. Okay, they make it through the. Okay, so yeah, they're having visions. And apparently, so they're sharing their experiences, and she's saying that she never should have. The Batman told her that she never should have joined the Irish Republican Army. So apparently she died as an IRA member. I mean, I'm sure the first issue would give us a better idea of exactly what's going on, but clearly these people have experienced traumatic potentially life-ending events, and now they're in some weird place full of demons. Somehow is this supposed to be hell? I mean, the sleeping makes me think coma. It's just weird. Legends of the Dark Knight, Batman, November of 1995. The Sleeping, Part 2 of 3 by Scott Hampton. He wrote and drew it. I know English. I know words. And it's just part of the weird turn the comic books took. It's very strange, because that's not Batman. That is not Batman. Like, I get trying to do some funky psychedelic, kind of like a horror type story, but there's a right way and wrong way to do it. That's the wrong way. He literally takes a corpse and stuffs it into this creature's mouth, among other things. That's not Batman. That's not. What were they thinking? I have no idea. Okay, well, all right. Let's move on to the final issue here. So we got Batman: Legends of the Dark Knight, number 78, December 1995. The very next issue, The Sleeping 3 of 3. So this should wrap it up and at least give us some answers, I guess. I mean, everything that we've gone over here on the House of G is just unsettling, to say the least. This is not. What is that? This is not what I was expecting from Batman. You need to understand something. I've been a geek and gamer since I was a kid. I'm the original geek and gamer here, and this is not what I grew up with. It's not. It's just not. Okay, so overall, it's in pretty good condition. It's actually, yeah, it's kind of surprising how the worst titles are in the best condition. It's odd how that turns out. $1.95. Same thing. Written and penciled by Scott Hampton. Scott Hampton. Fair game. Jiminy Cricket. Yeah, so they've crossed the river of forgetfulness. I don't know what happened to the other guy. I don't know if he's sleeping or what the deal is, but her and Batman are talking and carrying on the conversation. She was in the Irish Republican Army, and as I'm sure most people may know nowadays, they were fighting the British. I'm not sure what's going on with them nowadays, but yeah, they've been fighting for Irish independence for quite some time. I'm not saying anything one way or the other. That's just the short version of their background. What? There's a, Jimmy Crick. I mean, there's so much freaking dialogue. It's just blocks and literally blocks and blocks of dialogue. I don't know. She's telling her story. I don't want to sit here and read the whole thing. I guess this is why she joined the IRA. Wait a minute. Did she? Okay, yeah. I think that's why she joined the IRA. Maybe. So, what? Whoa, hold on. Let me take a step back here. I would have to sit here and read the whole thing. Who is this guy? Who are these people? I don't know why it doesn't explain why. Like, it doesn't give any explanation. This is just okay. At this point, they've just gone completely into weirdos. There's no explanation. Literally, no explanation for this. None whatsoever. And so she meets up with this guy. She joins the IRA. She's usually courier stuff. Then she taps her for this mission. They pull over this minibus or something with a bunch of people. Doesn't explain why. Doesn't say why at all. Doesn't give any reason or explanation for what's going on. He says, "Is anybody Catholic?" One old woman raises her hand. He tells the old Catholic woman to step aside, and then he guns down the rest of them. What the hell is this? What is the purpose of this scene? There was literally no purpose of the scene. It doesn't give an explanation. He shoots everybody that's not a Catholic. See, you know what they're trying to say there. I mean, this is just twisted. This whole page in and of itself is just twisted. It literally gives no explanation for him doing this. It gives zero explanation for his actions. There's only one point to this entire scene, and that's to apparently make a Catholic IRA soldier look like a completely homicidal, sociopathic psychopath for no reason whatsoever. It's the best explanation I can give you, because it doesn't give any explanation whatsoever. What the hell is he trying to say here? It's just weird. Inexplicable. It doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. And then so she picks up a grenade, throws it towards the storefront, it explodes. She ends up there. This is just freaking weird, man. There's definitely, as best as I can figure, they're all in comas, and this is like purgatory or some freaking weird crap. So then we got demons looking through this portal, and they can see Batman with these people, and they're all like, "Oh, he's here. Let's go get him." Yeah, this is so just weird. I'm just gonna go ahead and. Like, it would be different if it was just, So this guy mentions something about a silver cord. That's ringing a bell for some reason when it comes to like paranormal, like out of body stuff. I've heard something about something a long time ago. Maybe it's a folk tale or something like that. Something. Like an out of body experience. They had this silver cord that was attaching them to their bodies. So they were wandering, and if they wandered off a path or something like that, the cord would be severed. They'd be lost forever. Something like that. So this is based on like folklore or something. So this guy, his silver cord is breaking and he starts to disappear. So we're definitely into like folklore type territory or something. He's not disappearing like that, but he's in the process of just like fading out of existence or something. And I don't know, they approach some sort of gout of flame or something like that, shooting up from the ground, and this thing comes blasting out of it. I don't know. It's and this is the Soul Eater. Definitely a demonic creature. It's the Soul Eater. So are they supposed to be in hell or something? I have no idea. I don't know what's going on. So Batman, he does what he does. He goes toe to toe with it. Starts swinging, cracking it in the face. They're fighting. You know, whoosh, whoosh, chunk, chunk. Gets the better of Batman for a second at least. Tosses him around. What the hell? Grab somebody? Oh, the girl lunges at him. Oh, okay. So he actually rips Batman's arm off. They really took advantage of the story. They took full advantage of the story to get as gruesome as they could with it. Now there's some stuff going on that yet Invincible, The Boys, stuff like that. Hyper graphic violence is disgusting. I have no idea why anybody's into it because it's grotesque. Why would you be into that? There's horror and then there's gore. Gore porn. It's gore porn is what it is. Why? Why do you feel the need to watch somebody ripped apart limb from limb? Do you want to take a return back to the glory days of the Roman Colosseum where gladiators and Christians were thrown into a pit, forced to fight each other to death, torn apart by lions? Is that what you want? Is that what you're gunning for here? To be able to rip real life people apart for entertainment? I came across a video, I think it was yesterday on Twitter. I don't remember who posted it. It was some random person I've never heard before. It was a couple of guys on the side of a road, cars. There's somebody else over here, and a somewhat busy road right behind them. 2-lane road. So this guy's like standing behind this vehicle, and somebody's in the vehicle, or the guy in the somebody's in the vehicle. They back up suddenly without any warning. They smack into the guy, throws him back, just as this fairly large truck drives behind him. So he gets smacked into the truck behind him, and we're talking a good-sized truck. We're talking about the big freaking wheels. 3 wheels. Boom, boom, boom. Like 3 wheels on the back of the trailer. It's a big truck. A lot of momentum, a lot of weight. Smacks him into the wheels. He gets just... I mean, he's gone. He's gone. All 3 wheels just... He's gone. And people are commenting on this video, making jokes about this guy's graphic death. Making jokes about it. Laughing about it. What the hell is wrong with society? What the hell is wrong with society? Is that what you want? Is that what you want to return to the Colosseum? Gladiators? Chopping each other up to the death for your entertainment? Is that what you want? Because we're heading there. That's the direction we're heading. Now we got Batman being torn apart. They're taking advantage of this supernatural story to literally rend him limb from limb. Is that what you want? This is not Batman, folks. This is not comic books. This is the fringe indie garbage that used to be out there that normal people wouldn't touch. These people had to print this stuff on their own and sell it on the fringe. Because normal people, normal human beings, they wanted, this was not entertainment. And now it's in Batman as of 1995. What is going on here, folks? I mean, this is just disgusting. This is not normal. This is not comic books. This is not Batman. And it gets, if you wonder why, if you don't know why I'm so riled up about that, then you're not paying attention. You're not paying attention to Invincible, to The Boys. That is not comic book. Those are not comic books. It's not entertainment. It's pornography. Literal pornography with sexual stuff. And gore porn. Gore porn. If you get off on that, there's something wrong with you. You're cracked. There's something broken inside of you. And no, that is not the popular thing to say. I will not be bullied. I will not be... Oh, man. Yeah, you can sit there and say all the nasty things you want to say. It doesn't mean I'm going to bend the knee. People focus on all the wrong things. What is this? So, yeah, Batman gets his arm ripped off. The girl she lunges at him. She's like, leave him alone. Even though he's already missing his arm. And so grabs him like it's going to eat her. The other guy, he's in the process of disappearing. He runs up, kicks him in the legs, in between the legs. He tosses the girl. And then the creature picks up the dude and swallows him whole. What the fuck is this? What is this? Like, I don't even want to show the... I get it. Okay, so it's called the Soul Eater. So he's not eating their bodies, he's eating their souls. That doesn't make it any better. That doesn't make it okay. So Batman has one arm, he's fighting this thing. I'm just not even going to show it at this point. What the hell? What? What? It ate Henry. I thought. That just doesn't make any damn sense. So it's in the process of eating Henry. The other guy, the third guy, literally like up to the waist, down this demon's gullet. But then somehow it didn't manage to finish the job. I don't know. So he actually falls out of the demon's mouth. This is just freaking weird. Okay, so apparently this is some sort of portal to leave this place. I don't know. So he doesn't get eaten by the Soul Eater, not completely. He manages to pop back out and survive. He runs into this portal, disappears, I guess goes back to his body or something. And then she decides to kiss Batman. Okay. They throw that in there. And he's always falling for like messed up women. So they do their thing and they run into the fire together. Yeah, who called it? That's right, Rebel Squad, or well, House of G called it. Forgot what channel is streaming on right now. Yep, coma patients. They're all a bunch of coma patients. Yeah, so ring ring. Dude comes out of coma. Same thing for the chick. She comes out of the coma. But she lost her leg, so she's oh, she was leaving the IRA, but she lost her leg, and she's useless to him now, anyways, or something. So they're painting the IRA as just absolute psychopaths, is what they're doing, and Catholics, psychopath Catholics. That's how they're painting the IRA. That explains that scene. And then we got Bruce Wayne coming out of it. He comes out of his coma. He was under for 2 weeks. This was one fucked up story arc. I'm just going to put it out there. I'm just straight up fucked up. Oh, surprise, surprise. We get aliens on the back. Of course we do. Ah, funny. Funny. So hilarious. So hilarious. Because looking at that, I actually originally wondered if this had something to do with aliens based on the cover for this one. Oh, look what we got here. We got aliens. Surprise. I'm just disgusted right now. I didn't know where this stuff was going to go exactly with the Legends of the Dark Knight, Sleeping 2 and 3. I didn't think it was going to be that bad, though. That's kind of why I saved them for last, because I didn't think it was going to be that bad. It's worse than it's worse, way worse than I thought. It's worse than the first one. Oh my goodness. If you think I'm overreacting, then you're not paying attention. This is grotesque. This is grotesque. It's just, it's not Batman. Do you understand? It is not Batman. Yes, he deals with like characters such as Ra's al Ghul. But that's not like this. That's nothing like this. Nothing like this. No. They took a really dark turn. Comic books in general, specifically in this case, Batman. Oh my goodness, it wasn't just this one title. This is Legends of the Dark Knight. There's Shadow of the Bat. Some weird stuff going on there. This is why I left comic books in 2012, because it kept getting worse and worse. This is around 95, 96. Not long before I bailed out of comic books altogether. It was already getting weird. It was already off the charts, psycho in some places. It just kept getting worse and worse. Finally, 2012 was like, I had enough. Couldn't do it. It was painful. It was painful. I grew up as a comic book kid, geek, gamer, you name it. It's a major part of my childhood growing up. And it hurts to cut the cord. But I had to be done. Because these people were just, there was something wrong with these people. And this is proof of it. This is proof of it. There's something wrong with these people. And they took over. As far back as like 93, 94. They had their feet in the door. 95-ish, creative version, boom, they took over. And this is proof of it right here. I mean, it was grotesque. And it's gotten worse and worse. And don't give us Invincible, trash. It's hyper graphic gore porn. The superhero aspect of the story is irrelevant. Completely 100% irrelevant. The Boys, same thing. It's gore porn and it's straight up pornographic. I read some of the first few, just straight up pornography. Do you understand? It's American hentai. That is not mainstream comic books. The fact that people celebrate that stuff, as if it's supposed to be normal. I hate to break it to you, it's not normal. It's not. Okay? These other channels, I've been in this game, not like YouTube, not as a channel, but as a fan, comic book fan. I've been in this game longer than they've been alive. Okay? It's becoming apparent that these guys have no idea how much comic books have actually changed. And now I'm wondering, I've got my stuff going back before 93 that we're going to be getting into in the coming weeks at some point. And I'm wondering now, it's like, nah, because I don't remember this stuff being in there. Now, I can definitely think of some stuff that was like kind of pushing a little bit, but not like, it wasn't like this. It was not like this. Not at all. No. It's just, I don't know. They took a very dark turn, and they did it in our faces. And it's just, it's kind of strange that it took, it's just, oh my gosh. They like to say, get woke, go broke. But but then they turn around and they still support the foundation of the whole woke agenda: feminism, homosexuality, and this gore porn, which can be described as nothing less than satanic. I'm sorry, not sorry. I'm putting it out there. This stuff is satanic, folks. If you don't, well, it's satanic. If you argue against it, you're lying to me and you're lying to yourself. This is not Batman. This is not comic books. I don't know what this is, but it's not that. And for the record there, if you have a problem with comic books in general, period, just get out of here. Okay? This is not a feminist channel. This is not a homosexual channel. I'm not bending the knee to either one. If you don't like comic books, why are you hanging out here? I'm not. That's what this channel is all about. If you have a problem with it, I'm not going to change my tune. Don't give me this feminist. Not gape upon them like drooling apes. Fuck you. Get out of here. You think you know me? You don't know me. I'm so tired of people thinking they can worm their way on the inside and then turn around and try to beat me over the head because I'm somehow it's happened. It's very common nowadays. They think they can win your confidence, and once they win their confidence, they can beat you over the head with their ideology, their beliefs, because they think that you're going to be too afraid to lose them if you don't conform to their beliefs, to their ideology. Guess what? I'm not that kind of person. If you got a problem with my perspective to the point where you cannot be civil, get the hell out. That's why, this channel, this hostage is never gonna. It's never gonna be popular. It's never gonna make money. It's a passion project. It's a side project. These people don't know. It's just whatever. Whatever. So this has been, as usual, this has been an interesting House of G. As usual, some surprising stuff, both from the comic books and from the audience. And what can I say that I have not already said? So, comic books has taken a very dark turn. Let me tell you, pop culture has taken a very dark turn, and I'm not going to apologize for being a man. If you're expecting an apology from me for being a man, you can fuck yourself and get out. Don't come back. As for the other stuff, satanic. The shit is satanic, folks. Do you understand? Satanic. Okay? This is not Batman. This is something else. I'm not saying there. It's not about having the perfect character, the perfect universe, whatever. It's about the foundation. There used to be a different foundation for this stuff. That foundation, they've smashed the foundation, and they've rebuilt it in a grotesque mockery of what it used to be. And that is what we're exploring here in the House of G. If you expect me to support your ideology, that's not what I'm here for. If you have a problem with that, I don't care. My channel, get the hell out. Oh, Lord. Anyways, I got a ton of work to do. It's been it's been an interesting stream as usual, unexpected as usual, and there you have it. So, still got a few more issues to go through in that 95-ish time frame. After that, I think we'll be pushing deeper past 95 at least, 93, 94. Maria, everything God has, Saint Amoxit. Yeah, no argument on that one. And that's what this stuff is. It's a mockery of comic books. This is a mockery of what this stuff actually originally stood for, what these people intended it to stand for. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over it. That is why I'm doing this stream. That is why I have this channel. Because I'm over it. All right, folks, have a great rest of your Monday there as we roll into the week here and kicking it off and whatnot. And we'll be back next Monday with another House of G, continuing our pop culture archaeology. And believe me, it's taken us to some very disturbing places, no doubt about that. Some of the stuff I am shocked that I even have it in my collection. That's how bad it is. That's how bad it is. And that's why I left comic books in 2012. That's why I washed my hands in 2012. Cut the cord. A single moment of weakness. He-Man Masters of the Universe title about a year later, and that was it. Even that was not enough to... it was okay, but it wasn't enough to bring me back. It's just, yeah. I want to get into my older issues, the older issues in my collection. Because I want to see how much I'm actually remembering accurately. Like this stuff, I can guarantee you this stuff was not part of it. This stuff, it was not a part of it. Not back in the day. The only issue that we went over today that was not just completely grotesque in some way, the Final Night. That Final Night issue. Now there was a little something in there that was just, it was on the weird side, questionable. But overall, it's mostly just boring. Jeez, oh Pete. Where did all the legitimate talent go? The legitimate creativity, the legitimate foundation, core values of what this stuff used to represent. Where did it all go? Because these people have been in control longer than I thought they were. Holy crap. All right. Thank you for hanging out. Hope you have a great rest of your Monday there. It is time. You know what? I actually forgot to do something. All right, it is that time. It is time to wrap things up and continue with the week and everything. Got a lot of stuff to do. Got a lot on my plate. And, what are you going to do? Just so we're clear, House of G will not be bullied. Will not be bullied. Plain and simple. It's just not going to happen. You need to accept that now. Anybody watching this that has any doubt about that? No, don't come at me like that. Don't come at me like that, because it's you're not going to get the results you think you're going to get. All right. Okay. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great week. See you next week, Monday in the House of G. Keep deep diving here. Pop culture, archaeology. I want to get through this. I got a little bit of the stack left. I just want to get through it at this point. Yeah. Like that one, the sleeping one. I remember the covers. I remember the covers. I didn't remember anything of the story, but I remember the covers. Now that we've gone through it again, I think I'm understanding why I don't remember the story, because it was terrible. It was just terrible. Awful. It was an awful story. Straight up. Not a Batman story. Not a Batman story at all. Yeah, he was wearing Batman's outfit. They called him Batman. They called him Bruce. That was not a Batman story. I hate to break it to you. Okay. All right, we're going to go ahead and wrap things up here and get to it. Yeah, like I said, got a lot of stuff to do, so have a great day. And, take care of yourself out there. Things have been pretty crazy out there. Stay safe. God bless. And with that said, this has been another House of G speaking into the void.